it's just, in my circumstance, I know people say, oh, you have to believe in yourself before other people believe in you. It was actually the opposite for me. You helped me at least get that foundation where the point, like, I can do this. But so much love and support from other people. It's like other people support me so much, I really almost don't have a choice but to support myself. Like, because at this point, I'm letting other people down if I don't, right? So
I want to make sure I'm really clear about this. I am not taking credit for Lachey's hard work and all the reps she put in and all the knowledge and all the experience. However, I feel like it was like the perfect healthy storm that we met at that moment, right? So she had said she hadn't broke through $75K a year. She took on a second job to invest in herself, and then we meet, and then she has some these mindset breakthroughs, and she gets clarity, and then she has the courage, again, giving her full credit, to take the proven template, but personalize it and send it to one of the biggest influencers in her space. Lands the interview, and if you can imagine from there, the interview goes amazing. She gets like lots of clients. She's become a repeat guest. She's like, and there's a lot more to this story that we won't get into all those details. But what I would love to, the before and after, like a year ago to today, Lachey, share whatever numbers you feel comfortable with. You can just give us order of magnitude, but like from not being able to crack $75K a year and having to take multiple jobs, what's Lachey's work life and business looking like today?
So I went from being stuck at a $75K a year ceiling to making, fluctuates a little bit, but anywhere between $400,000 and $500,000 a year. And that was from, it started with one pod. And not to say that that's going to be the case for everybody. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that to be the case for me. I was willing to put in the work. And I thought I was going to start on some small pods and work my way up. And that was the plan. But it just goes to show that, again, just because somebody tells you no or multiple people tell you no, it really, and again, I don't want to misconstrue, but it really only takes that one to really change your whole life. And like you said, I've been asked to come on multiple times. My episode is in the top 5 for most listened. And, it's just an amazing thing. And also, this has been amazing exposure therapy, right? So again, I didn't want to be on video. I didn't want to be on camera. I didn't want to talk. But when you force yourself to take that step out there, and then you hear all the, so much love from people, it's just, in my circumstance, I know people say, oh, you have to believe in yourself before other people believe in you. It was actually the opposite for me. You helped me at least get that foundation where the point, like, I can do this. But so much love and support from other people. It's like other people support me so much, I really almost don't have a choice but to support myself. Like, because at this point, I'm letting other people down if I don't, right? So it has changed my life in more ways than one. Again, insecurities, all types of things. It's not just the money aspect, it's the community. So many amazing people that I've met. I've even met my best friend from being on Dave's pod. You know what I mean? So it's like so much added benefit, but it's been an amazing experience. And Dustin, I know you're going to love this one. I tell everybody I talk to, I've made a lot of investments over the past year. I've aggressively reinvested in my business. I'm going to slow down a little bit in 2024, enjoy, have some fun. But your accelerator investment was single-handedly the biggest ROI I've gotten on any investment. And I've made some big investments, but yours, the ROI is just, I can't even put a price on it. No. I've gotten so many clients from podcasting, guest podcasting. They come in from everywhere. They said, oh, I heard you when I was on a walk. And then I Googled you and then this and that. And I'm just like, whoa. At a certain point, I was like, I can't keep track of all this. I'm just like, okay, if you heard me from a pod, awesome. I'm going to attribute it to Dustin, whatever. But yes, it's been amazing.
Oh man, that's so cool. And I didn't invite Lachey here just to brag on her experience, but really to highlight what happens when you invest in yourself and you surround yourself with people that can give you connection and clarity and self-belief.
Yes.
And then you take that bold action, right? It's amazing. She's literally in this moment a 10x leap, right? We talk a lot about the 7-figure leap and making quantum leaps through relationships. And a lot of times that can sound a little theoretical. This is like a real amazing person with 4 kids doing the thing. And in a year's time made a 10x leap. And we'll continue to, I'm sure. So, Lachey, this has been awesome. We have about 5 minutes, and you have so much to share. I'll have to have you back on, and we'll just do a whole strategy session talking about social media. But we kind of talked a little bit before we started recording. You got to follow Lachey Lewis on LinkedIn. She's got amazing content, great visuals. She's just a wonderful strategist, and looks like we have 169 mutual connections. So she runs with good people. However, I would like for you just to touch on what you've done to grow your LinkedIn, but then talk about what's next for your social media strategy, because I think it's really important context for people who are maybe fully invested in one platform only.
Yeah, so I would say start with one platform and really dial it in. I obviously I'm a little bit biased, but I think LinkedIn is the best platform to start on. The organic reach is still, it's not as good as it used to be, but it's still not as bad as Twitter or some other social platforms. Your target audience is probably all over LinkedIn. It's a way for you to connect with founders and peers and things like that. And I think one of the keys to my growth has been community, right? So when I say community, I don't necessarily mean like, oh, create a circle account and throw everybody in it. It's like community is wherever you and your crew hang at, right? So it's like I make people feel a part of something. And again, goes back to the in-house marketers not having that voice. It's like, just making people feel like you're a part of something, building a real brand, like being relatable with people, not being a perfectionist, understanding that all of this is a part of the process. Inflection periods, right, is really a good key. So it's like, I'm going through things. I don't tell people 2 or 3 or 4 years later, like, oh, this thing worked I do something this week and I'm going to tell you next week, this is how it worked. Here's how you need to do it. So I think just being relatable and just, periods of inflection and just understanding that you're here to build community is going to be extremely important. And once you start really focusing on that, the leads, the sales, the notoriety, the influence, all of that stuff follows behind good intention. Yeah.